We're going to be talking about chocolate orange, we're going to be talking about meal kits at home, and we're going to be talking about Gino D'Acampo's Iceland food range. This is the best foods of 2020. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome to Food Review UK. My name's MJ, and yes, this is the awards for 2020. So a few ground rules with these awards. First of all, I'm going to do a special section at the end for independent businesses because some of the sections in this awards would just be all won by independent businesses because of the quality of their products. So this is mainly going to be like retail and fast food products. And the other slight amendment is that one of the categories has been won by a foreign product, by a non-UK product. I generally try to limit this to UK products only, but in this difficult and challenging year, it's meant that the creativity in the UK food industry has been slightly hampered, so I've just decided to get rid of that rule. We've got a number of categories to get through, so without further ado, let's look at the first one, which is Best Crisps. So crisps is a category that really has been surprisingly limited. Usually in the UK we get quite a lot of crisps, but we've had very few this year. But some of my favourite ones have been the Dorito Stacks, and I actually really like the Flamin' Hot Chicken Wings flavour. They have a unique texture and they're very interesting. A massive surprise was the Pringles pulled pork version, which they released for the Euros 2020, which definitely happened and we all enjoyed. But actually my winner for this year is that American product I was talking about at the beginning, so I'm not going to make you wait for the whole video to find that out. It's the rotisserie chicken flavoured Pringles. They are so tasty, really roasty in flavour, and you can get them pretty readily in the UK. I got them from a Taste of the States. You can get them from many places, so they are available to buy, guys, so check them out. So another area that was really badly hit by the pandemic is fast food chains. Whilst the smaller businesses, they've been able to cope a bit well and come up with like DIY kits, so we'll talk about a few of those later. Places like TGI's that have done kits that they send you and you make at home. Places like McDonald's, Burger King, all this, they couldn't, they're so massive, they've got so many branches, and the point of their food is it's fried food, and it's fast, and they're just not set up to do kits. So they really struggled. Many of these places closed for several months in the middle of the year. So it's been tough, and as such, they've all had like limited menus, and limited edition items have been very few and far between. As a content creator, Saturdays are always my biggest day, and for the last several years we've done fast food reviews on the Saturdays. We've had to think on our feet a little bit this year because there hasn't been as much stuff to review from fast food outlets. But here are the best ones that we did have. Papa John's Tater Tots. This is a really divisive item because I absolutely love them. I think they are easily better than potato wedges from like pizza chains. But some people hate them, and I'm really confused by it. Even my wife doesn't like them. And it's mental to me because I think they are crispy, they have more flavour, and they're just tasty and just a nice accompaniment to your pizza. Staying with Papa John's, the all-day breakfast pizza was really different and actually worked really well. I didn't try it myself, but we did review it on the channel, the McDonald's Spicy Quarter Pounder. I heard pretty much nothing but positive feedback for this one. And then a couple of very recent additions, as we're really in December and around Christmas. We're actually in the time where probably the most limited edition items have come out from fast food restaurants at the moment. And so my two nominations from this period are the McDonald's Celebrations McFlurry, really good textures and it just works really well, nice combination. And the KFC Gravy Burger. And my winner is the KFC Gravy Burger. Yeah, that gravy-naise, whilst nothing too crazy, was nice, although they did forget my extra pot. But the gravy in the burger, and just a combination of all the ingredients in that burger, particularly like the cheese in there. I mean, again, it's nothing mind-blowing, it's just gravy in a burger. But it proves that you don't have to do stupid gimmicks to actually have a nice product, just rely on your base flavours. Like, cool, it was really nice, and I think it's, no, wait, is it still available? Probably not, because we're in January now. It's still available as I'm filming this. I might get one, you might not be able to. Moving on to best drink, my favourite drinks of the year have been, not in terms of flavour, but Fanta mystery flavour. They did 3 flavours, and I think they have announced them now. I think there's something like elderberry, banana and something else, but they didn't really, I'm not sure they really tasted like what they were supposed to be. But they released 3 different flavours, all with the same colour and everything. A lot of people were saying, oh, they're all just apple, you can tell by looking at the ingredients, but you couldn't. They're all completely indistinguishable from each other, and many drinks use apple as a flavouring. But whilst I didn't like the flavour so much, it was a very fun video to make, and it was a fun product, and this year needed more fun. To sort of drink, it's actually a powder, the Nesquik All Natural. When you add milk, it is a drink. Really impressed me, really surprised me. Very tasty, very chocolatey, and it did actually taste really natural. Ribena Raspberry Rays. Just a very nice, simple raspberry drink. I hope it sticks around, because I would get it again. However, easily my favourite drink of the year was the Jimmy's Coffee Cola. So basically they've released, or rather we've had coffee cola in the past. Tesco did one last year, I think. But these guys absolutely nailed it because they made the flavour of the cola itself really tasty, but then it mixed so well with this really good quality coffee and lovely light vanilla notes. It is an amazing drink and I would encourage you to buy it. Next up is Best Savoury Snack. Ramona's came about this year, so we've got a couple of entries from Ramona's. Or I say entries, I just picked my favourite foods of the year. So Ramona's hummus is amazing. I basically got into hummus this year, and this is by far the best one that I've had. Don't know how to describe it. It tastes similar to all of the hummus that I've had, just definitely the best quality. And the falafel as well, the Ramona's falafel. That one really surprised me. It wasn't at all like how I was expecting it to taste. Sort of just very similar to onion bhaji taste, and really good. And sort of when I did the review for that, I've struggled to eat like vegetarian meals in the past, but I could have like a wrap with vegetables and this hummus and this falafel in and be very content and not need meat. So maybe good if you're trying to wean yourself off of meat. But my favourite savoury snack of the year was, again, something I've had really recently actually, and it was the Forest Feast black pepper nuts. So I've said this before on the channel, but when nuts affix the seasonings onto the nut with a glaze, instead of just like dusting salt and pepper in there, it enhances it so much because the glaze tends to be salty as well, or like a little bit sweet or anything like that. But it means that you're getting the perfect seasoning and a better texture on every single nut. And these nuts were just unbelievable, unreal. I think they're available at Ocado now and like Spar or Londis, but keep an eye out for them, guys. They are amazing. Moving on now to Best Sweet Snack, and I've got a few American products in this section as well. So the Nutter Butter cereal, that was probably the best cereal I'd ever had when I tried it. Previously to that, it was probably the Reese's Puffs, which is another American cereal. But the Nutter Butter took it to the next level. Just like, if you like peanut butter and you like sweetness and cereal, it was just immense. Next up, Kit Kat Party Ice Cream flavour from Japan. I got these from Candy-san. They were limited edition, so I don't think they're available now. However, a lot of the limited edition Kit Kats do come back into sale, back onto the market. So you can keep an eye out for it. They were sort of just like amazing vanilla ice cream flavour Kit Kats. They were immense. The Arskey's Banoffee Syrup, a really nice new sauce or ice cream sauce or dessert sauce. Actually, truthfully, I just dip my chicken and chips in them. But really good. Exactly what you would expect, like a nice banana-y toffee taste and really decent. But for my winner, I'm actually going to choose something from Aldi. The Aldi Rocky Road Bites. The texture is like really biscuity and crumbly, but also the quality of the chocolate in there is insane, and then little bits of satisfying marshmallow. This is such a good release from Aldi, and it really highlights how good their products are. Like, if you don't shop at Aldi, you really are missing out, because not only are they like by far the cheapest, but their products are better than the more expensive supermarkets. Like, Aldi is so much better than Tesco product wise, it's crazy, and they're like so much cheaper as well. So I really recommend Aldi, and in particular the Rocky Road Bites. So the next couple of categories are going to be our sort of 2020 exclusive items. We've seen the world go to shit obviously this year, but that has instigated change in the food industry. So we've seen DIY cook at home kits pop up. And I've had several of these kinds of items, so I want to just talk about a few of them. One of them is a pretty local one, but Tom Kerridge's sort of butchers and bar place, the Butcher's Tap in Marlow. So we had, you could basically, I think you could basically order whatever you wanted from there, but we ordered like a week's worth of food pretty much, or just under a week's worth of food. So this is like, you know, Tom Kerridge is a Michelin star chef. I think the Butcher's Tap, is it Michelin star winning itself? I'm not sure. But you're basically having Michelin quality food. Or that in sort of takeaway / ready meal form. So we had some amazing meals, absolutely loved all of them. Check out the video, guys, because a really interesting one, and one that I've really enjoyed watching back. So that was awesome. I mean, I have to mention the TGI Fridays sesame chicken strips food that I had. We didn't do a video on it or anything like that. And this is not, I'm not mentioning it because it's good, I'm mentioning it as sort of a warning, like not to get it. Now, it wasn't bad or anything like that, just the quality of the chicken and the quality of the chips was fine. Like, it was honestly nothing special. I think you really need to like experience that in the restaurant itself. So this is an example of a kit that didn't work because we don't have a fryer, so we couldn't fry them. And well, the instructions were to oven bake them anyway. Now, the things that made the kit good were they had the legendary glaze in there, which is exactly as it is in the restaurant, and they had the chip seasoning as well. And actually the toasted sesame seeds and the chili flakes that you sprinkle on top of the chicken, those added a really nice flavour as well. So I think what TGI should do is just sell that sort of add-on kit as a cheap way, as just like a cheap kit, £5, or maybe you could stretch it and charge £10 with postage. I still think that'd be expensive. But taking out the chicken and the chips, just get the chicken and the chips from Aldi. Aldi skin on chips, they are phenomenal. And just some Aldi Roosters chicken, and you'll have a better meal right there. But my favourite DIY at home kit this year was the Pizza Pilgrims kit. You get dough, you get all the ingredients that you need to actually make the pizza. All you need to do is like, it's a little bit finicky trying to shape the dough, but it's not that hard. You already get the dough, so you just need to be careful maintaining the shape, like form it, and then the way you cook it is first of all in a frying pan, so you're crisping the underside, and then you put it under the grill. We got it a couple of times actually, and it was absolutely delicious both times. So I really recommend that one. And actually, I think we'll probably get it again. Right, I'm going to have to hold my phone up here for this next section. I've been sick of chocolate orange basically, but I am going to do a chocolate orange section here. So the nominees. This year, 2020, we've been drowning in chocolate orange products, haven't we? So anyway, the nominees for the best chocolate orange product are Morrison's Belgian chocolate cookies, Domino's chocolate orange cookies, After Eight orange and mint, Jaffa Cakes orange and cranberry, Maryland Jaffinator, Terry's chocolate orange cranberry bar, Terry's chocolate orange white, Terry's chocolate orange white minis, Grenade carb killer Jaffa spread, Toblerone orange twist, Iceland chocolate and orange gatto, Goo chocolate orange cheesecake, Lidl deluxe chocolate orange spread, Mr. Kipling chocolate and orange whirls, Mr. Kipling chocolate orange fancies, Potts & Co chocolate orange ganache, McVitie's VIB chocolate blood orange, M&S chocolate orange mini bites, Green and Black's velvet orange and almond, Jordan's crunchy oat granola chocolate and orange, Galaxy vegan orange, Galaxy orange truffles, Galaxy orange cake bars, Costa Terry's chocolate orange hot chocolate, Tesco chocolate orange bourbons, Nestle cocoa orange shreddies, Morrison's chocolate orange frosting, Godiva dark chocolate orange, Naked cocoa orange, Gray's cocoa orange superfood bites, Kellogg's Rice Krispie Squares chocolatey orange, Joe and Seth's orange chocolate caramel sauce, Jim Jam's chocolate orange spread, Whitworth's Shots choco orange, Cadbury Dairy Milk giant orange buttons, Cadbury Dairy Milk orange fingers, Cadbury Bourneville orange, Cadbury Dairy Milk orange snowman, Cadbury Dairy Milk pots of joy chocolate orange, Nestle orange Smarties buttons, Wall's Cornetto chocolate orange, Wall's Viennetta chocolate orange, Maltesers orange bunny, and Wagon Wheels orange. My favourite, I am actually going to allow a independent into this one. My favourite is the Cookie Mill chocolate orange, which came in the Christmas box. And yeah, I sort of hope that chocolate orange dies now, because I'm personally sick of it. Cool. Now for the best ice cream. We had some actually really great releases this year for ice cream. Chiefly among them is, actually, should I save that till last? Yeah, let's save that till last. So I did really enjoy the Ben and Jerry's Netflix and Chilled, which was, I can't even remember what was in it, but pretzels and peanut butter and it was nice. It was nice. It was basically, it's not the potato chip one. The potato chip one I would have mentioned, well, I am mentioning it, but the potato chips one would have had a better chance of even winning, but there was not enough potato chips in it. Like once there was, like, in my tub I had like one swirl of potato chips, which was really nice, but needed way more. And these are kind of half independent freeze cakes. So I had the freeze cakes, which is like frozen cheesecake. It's not ice cream, but it's, yeah, I'm putting it in the ice cream section. Yeah, I had that this year. They're amazing, really high quality stuff. But I don't know, they're kind of like on the cusp of being a big company, I guess. So maybe they are independent. But the winner this year is the Barrett ice cream range from Iceland and Ice Fresh Foods. They made this unbelievably good range of products. And I was sort of, the branding blew me away. And I was kind of excited to try a few of them. But the whole range was amazing, and of course it did spawn one of the best videos of the year when we reviewed the Dip Dab ice lollies and Gossy spilt it everywhere and Nate's connection dropped. It was just a hilarious video, one of my favourite videos of the year. Go and watch it if you've not seen it. Now, chocolate bars, best chocolate bars, couple of favourites for me. Twix salted caramel. Weirdly, I heard loads of people saying that they couldn't taste the salt. That's really interesting and mental, because the Twix salted caramel, because of what they didn't salt like the whole caramel. They put chunks of rock salt in the bar. So whilst it would be possible to have a bite and not get any salt, when you did have one with salt in, it'd be so salty. Like, it's one of the saltiest caramel products. So if you bought one and you tasted it and you were like, I just taste like normal Skittles, it just tastes like normal Twix, it doesn't taste salty, you need to chew your food more, because I just envisioned that all you did was like went and just swallowed it whole. When you crunch through the salt, you've got massive chunks of salt in there, so I'm worried for you. Be safe when you eat, don't swallow things whole. But that's in there. The Maltesers mint buttons, pretty good product. Soft spot for them and place in my memory, because we reviewed them when we met up to do D&D for the first time, which was literally on the cusp of going into lockdown. So it was like we were in a different world, basically. We were like, oh, we might go into lockdown soon, and that might be a couple of weeks, and yeah, wow, this might be the last time we can see each other for like a month. And white munchies, which are just good. I'm actually going to choose the Twix salted caramel as my favourite for the year. So now I am going to get onto the best independent section. So talking about some of our favourite items from independent food producers. In this section I'm not going to choose a winner or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about the favourite things that I had this year. So there's a brand new company that I tried this year, Luster Bakery. Absolutely incredible products. We tried the normal box, the Halloween box and the Christmas box. And I thought the normal box was brilliant, really high quality products. Some of the flavours weren't my favourite kinds of things, so I didn't love all of them, but I think overall the box is incredible and made with the like utmost quality, and like just the quality of them was insane. However, the Halloween and the Christmas boxes, I literally loved every single one. Like, they blew me away. Chiefly among those, there was quite a lot of ruby chocolate in there. And the ruby chocolate worked so well. It was like the first time that I had ruby chocolate and it didn't feel like a gimmick. I think one of my favourites was actually in the Christmas box, the coconut and shortcake blondie. Unbelievable. Next up I'm going to talk about the Chocolate Smiths and also Brooklyn Brownie Company. So both of these guys created some incredible products this year. So we actually tried the Brooklyn Brownie Company for the first time and their basic bitch brownie, which is absolutely delicious. They basically individually mould all of their brownies, so you basically get the chewy corner piece of the brownie every time, which is amazing. And then they did a banana cake brownie, which was insane. which had like banana cake in it. And then Chocolate Smiths and Brooklyn Brownie Company teamed up and did one of the best collaboration bars ever, which had like Biscoffin and brownie and caramel, and it was just insane. And like my reaction when eating it was really funny. And then Chocolate Smiths themselves, they did some incredible products. So they released the greens, I can't remember what it's called, sour apple toffee Halloween one was amazing. So they did it actually in the previous year. They did like a half and half bar with the gummies in as well. But the sour apple was incredible, so they released that on its own this year. And finally, my friend Rich has got a cookie company. I'm sure you know this, guys. I know so many of you have tried it and loved his cookies. But, oh, man, I'm telling you, I have tried a lot of cookie companies' cookies this year. And still, none of them come anywhere close to the Cookie Mill. They're so good. So the Cookie Mill had a handful of new products this year. They actually did a new permanent flavour at the start of the year, Hazelnut Heaven, which is incredible. Uses Kinderella spread in the middle and hazelnuts, and it's amazing. But then more recently in Halloween, they did the Witches. And one of those Witches was a toffee apple flavour cookie with like a toffee apple caramel sauce in the middle, and that was absolutely incredible. So moving on to my favourite product of 2020, this is the overall winner. And as you've probably guessed, because at the very start of the video I said that we were going to be talking about Gino D'Acampo, and I haven't brought him up yet. But let me get onto that in a second. Special mention to the Jimmy's Coffee Cola, because it's such an incredible drink. I've bought it multiple times and it is delicious. I've also been sent some as well for full transparency, but I've kept coming back to it. It is amazing. I also want to give a special nod to that Barrett ice cream range. The branding across the board was absolutely incredible, and they nailed the flavours across the board. All of these products were so impressive, and I know they worked hard on it, so big shout out to them. But the best product of the year 2020 for me is the Gino D'Acampo range at Iceland. It's all well and good having snacks and treats and crisps and whatever, but we all have a meal a day. Or, you know, if you're in a privileged position to be able to eat, you obviously have a meal every day. Making meals can be tough. Sometimes you don't want to make a meal from scratch, or sometimes it can get boring having meals. The Gino D'Acampo food at Iceland, first of all, it's pretty cheap. Like, it's not like value amount or anything, but it's good value for money. And the flavours are absolutely incredible. So I want to chiefly spotlight the Mia's meatballs, and also the garlic bread with mozzarella. Now, I've not actually done a review for either of these. I probably will in the very, very near future. However, for now, you're going to have to watch the pepperoni review. Pepperoni's a great YouTuber that I've discovered in 2020 who does food reviews. He's got a lot of personality, and I agree with a lot of his opinions, so I'm really interested in what he has to say. He also does products that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be spotlighted, so he's brought my attention to several products from places like Farm Foods. I can't remember the name of it. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, Farm Foods. We've got Farm Foods in Aylesbury finally. So yeah, I've been trying some of them, some of those products that Pepperoni's highlighted. But Pepperoni's a brilliant channel. Go and watch him. Anyway, the Gino D'Acampo range. It's like the best Italian food I've had, like outside of an Italian restaurant. And some of the stuff is better than I have had in restaurants. Like the meatballs are so good, and the garlic bread is so good, and I've not been disappointed with anything. Even stuff we actually got sent, we got sent like a spinach and ricotta dish, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about that. I loved that. So I even loved the stuff that I didn't want. It's an unbelievable range, and easily my favourite products of the year 2020. I'd love to hear what your favourite products of the year have been. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. We're going to be talking about chocolate orange, we're going to be talking about meal kits at home, and we're going to be talking about Gino D'Acampo's range, Iceland. This is the best... It's quite echoey.